Hey, so you guys know how much I love shooting revolver, along with semis and rifles and everything else. I love these revolvers, especially the single action. Well, if I got a treat for you, I met somebody over at the Western Barbershop, and he said he'd had a gun bouncing around in his gun safe for some time, and uh, just happened to mention it to me. I uh, so I actually sorry, I'm trying to find some information. I got to look at it, and I was incredibly impressed with it. So let me show it to you. Look at that. Look at that. That is a Savage 101 single action safety single shot pistol. So, yeah, so check that out. That is just cool, man. Look at that. It's got the original wood grip to by the Indian head on it right there. I don't know if you can see that real well. That Indian head. It's on this side as well. That's the bottom of it. Looks really cool, man. So it is a model 101. It's a 22 caliber long rifle. It's made by Savage Arms Corporation. This had they're out of Massachusetts. This had a life run of 8 years. It started production in 1960 and it came out of production in 1968. But here's the cool part. It's a safety single shot, see? Safety single shot. So this, when you have it, grip on it here, you grab that bad boy here, and you go opposite of each other. There it is. It's pretty cool, huh? It's only got one round. One little tiny round. Holding it right there, see if you can see it. See? Just rolls back in. Pop. Yep, get a little closer. Pop. One round. Pop. Now, he said he didn't know any history of it. He wasn't, he didn't seem just super exactly positive when he came across it, but he said it'd been in his safe 5, 6 years, maybe longer. Seems pretty simplistic. But my big question is, or my big curiosity is does it still fire? Well, I just happen to have some 22 long rifle. Imagine that. So we're going to see if it shoots still. So crack it open. 22 long rifle. It's massive, ain't it? Slip it right down there. See, just a single one. Oop, right there by itself. Cock it over. It almost seems like, you know how that Heritage has a hammer interrupt or a hammer safety that drops down. This hammer sits back almost like it has one. See, you can see that gap. It sits there almost like it has one, but I cannot identify one anywhere on here. So just load around and see if it acts different when it has a round in it. You see me flinch? Man, that trigger is, man, that's tough. Well, I'll be dipped in doo-doo. Look at that. Well, let's do this. So I guess that there must be something that with a casing or the brass in there that gets that full forward swing on it, or lets that hammer come all the way down to it. I don't know. Oh wow, look at that extractor. Man, that's cool. See what you learn just by playing with things? Look at that. So you know how this one, the Heritage, what you do is you put it in the second cock right there, because it's a 4-step. You open this gate, and then you use that ejector rod right there to shove those rounds out. Right there. Okay. Well, check this out. It does have the ejector rod, but see, it only has a little clear line here, so I thought, well, I mean, that can't do much. It's not, it felt like it was secured to the barrel, but actually, if you go ahead and put some power behind it, look at that. Pops that whole dead gum plate down. And man, that is stiff. You can tell that baby ain't been cleaned in a while. Oh, we're gonna work on that. But look at that, you see? Man, that is cool. And then, of course, it needs a little, man, that thing is slow to move. That's, of course, it's probably got grime in there from 1960 or whenever this one was. I haven't researched the serial number much, so I don't know when. But you can see that serial number is written on that box in pencil. It's in the, I don't know, best I can tell, maybe 4,000 range, or it's like 4,300 and something. I don't know. 8-year run. Has a cool little red felt bag with it. But man, that's cool. That's just, man, that's slicker than, that's just slicker than pig snot. Ooh. You know who's gonna like seeing this? That's our buddy David. I'll bring this out here next day or two and let David see it. I gotta do one more. Man, that is cool. 1960 to 1968. And yeah, that was before I was born. That, I may have to clean that up. That trigger's got a little bit of, you probably saw me flinch again. It's just, that was looser, but it's still got a real, maybe part of the whole safety design on it. I don't know. I did read an article on this, written by a gentleman. Let me see if I can find his name for you. I don't want to act all smart, and I'm really not. Let's see. The top of the page says Gun Wiki. Oh no, that's the one I found on the gun itself. Oh man, what was it? It was like I don't know. I don't know now. It was like Second Amendment. I don't know. It was some kind of a forum. The guy was a retired police officer out of Iowa. I do remember that much. And he had some really neat history on that gun. One thing he said was, way back in the day, there were two manufacturers competing for a government contract for the Army to make revolvers. One being a really popular revolver maker at the time, and one not so much. It was Savage and Colt. And I didn't know this, but back then Colt was not the big Billy Badass revolver maker that everybody thought. Savage was, but Savage didn't win. Colt won. Boom. And now Colt's, lived in infamy since. But that is really cool. I'm not gonna, and according to his article, these are not really considered on the super rare scale. They're not super high dollar if you find a really nice one. His did not have the Indian head on these to mark for Savage. His had another grip on it. He said those grips came along in the 70s as replacements. So he thought that his were not original or broken and replaced, or perhaps his granddad had even replaced them, because that gun was actually handed down through the family. It went from his granddad to his grandmother to him. And he said his grandmother was quite the shot with it too. So if you find that article and the guy's out of Iowa, a retired cop, and his grandma shot one of these like a champ, that's the article. Read it. It's pretty cool. It's not that long. But I'm really tickled with this. I mean, this was a heck of a find. Thank you, Western Barber Shop and Gun Shop in Midland, right there on the corner of Illinois Midland Drive. And thanks to my mom for telling me to go see Jennifer and Jim up there. And when I did, that's how I got turned on to this. So thanks, Mom. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, Jim. Really appreciate this. Man, this is cool. I mean, this is just, I mean, get me and pick tonight and call me Ellie Mae. That's just, man, that's cool. That's just, I mean, that's just the definition of cool right there, man. Know what I mean? Of course, you can't shoot it that fast, but if I could, I would. Yeah, right there. Savage Arms Corporation. I said manufacturing. It's actually corporation. I do know they're out of Massachusetts. Yeah, Westfield, Mass, USA. Man, that's cool. All right, guys. Appreciate it. No, I'm not going to shoot it anymore. I'm going to take it home and clean it up, and then I'm going to surprise David and let the pilot shoot it a couple times. We're not going to run a lot through it, just a few. I just want to make sure it works. And it works.